Oh yeah, what's up guys, my name's Chris and welcome to LANCraft, the YouTube channel for the LANCraft Minecraft server. Right now we've just got factions really kicking, and this server was made by myself and your boy MurexBrand, who is right here trying to punch me in all his glory, in all that enchanted iron armor glory. But I want to welcome you guys to the first video on the channel, and I'm going to show you guys basically a little tour, a little behind the scenes tour of the server. Give you guys a look at the things that most people don't really get to see. Actually, I think everyone pretty much gets to see this stuff, but you know, you guys are gonna see it on here first. So, a little bit about the server. It's a faction server made by myself and MurexBrand, and we've got a cool little spawn here. And we just actually launched, I want to say like a week ago or something like that. Not super long ago, right? We've got about 8 factions on the server right now as is, and we've got about, I don't know, maybe, well, right now there's only 3 people online, right? But typically, like when it gets to be like more towards the night, we got, you know, and if I'm streaming, we get like 6 to 10 people on at a given time right now. We're hoping to grow that number, and hopefully by the end of the video, you guys choose to pick our server to play on. Well, let me give you guys a little tour. Cool features that we have are we have little like crafting tables peppered throughout the castle. Got a cool little sign there. And another thing is we have nether portals. You know, at each and every exit. So there's a north, south, east, and west exit, and we got 2 ender portals at each of them. Another thing we've got in spawn for you guys are these little warp stations where you can go over to these signs, hit them, it'll take $5,000 out of your account, and it'll warp you to a specific town. So the 2 towns that we have right now, let's go to Luna. It's going to be Castle Luna. It's got a lot of cool stuff here. Some trees, some houses, some things like that. As far as a specific purpose, this town really doesn't have one right now at the moment. The shop is going to be down below in this little layer, and it's going to have some cool things, but right now it's really got nothing. So instead we're going to warp to Nottingham. I'm going to show you guys that real quick. This is the other town, and this is where you go to get a horse. There's a shop over here. We got a little world map on the wall there. The shop in here, saddles, iron horse armor, diamond horse armor, that type of thing, and some apples. And then if you go over here, you can go and get yourself a horse. Just take your pick. We got a horse spawner over there. And if you come over to this shop right here, you can walk in, get yourself a name tag and a lead, and say hello to my little friend. This is Herbert. He's a nice little villager, and he'll trade you some stuff for emeralds. So anyway, this is Nottingham. It's a really cool little town. It's a little dark over here in this corner. I'm gonna probably add some lighting onto that house. So let me bring you back to spawn real quick. And let's see. Okay, so let me show you guys these stations. We got a brewing station over here. On the wall, we have buy and sell signs, so you can buy yourself some glowstone, or if you have some glowstone, you could sell them. And like, you know, as expected, the return when you sell them is not going to be as high. But don't worry, I have a solution for that a little bit later. And this is all going to add to your in-game balance. I'm kind of assuming, I'm going really quick here and assuming that you guys have a general idea of factions already if you're watching this video. But real quick, let me run through some commands. So you can do /BAL to check your balance, or you can do /balance. And it'll tell you how much money you have, the in-game currency, right? We start you off with about 3,000, and right away you can get started on using that up on these signs on the walls here to do brewing, to do, well, we got some sand there since we don't have a whole lot of desert on this server. So you can make yourself some glass, get yourself some coal. Enchantment tables over here in this corner, and of course anvils over here in this corner, along with the rules and staff written on the wall. If you guys do /shop, or you can go right downstairs, it'll take you to the shop, and this is where you can spend that $3,000 that we give you initially. So you're going to walk into this central room here, and all along the walls you're going to see different items that you could buy or sell if you have them. So you can get yourself different decorative items, different ores, saplings, food. This is my personal recommendation right here, the iron kit. You get a bunch of iron tools right off the bat when you start, and you can afford it, as well as the kit of iron armor. You can afford these 2 things right off the bat, and I would highly recommend them. But I'm going to do a LANCraft kind of tutorial video to show you guys the main features of the server in a whole separate video. We got some food here. You can buy yourself some enchanted apples. Those are 22,000 each, very expensive. If you walk into the middle room, this is where we have the really, really good stuff. And as you can see, there's still some spaces that are empty because we're still going to be adding things. But this wall, this corner right here, is reserved for donors to use. So that's people who have the monthly membership. And you can get yourself a bazooka and some ammo for that. Now, we do limit the amount of ammo that you do have, because we don't want donors to have a whole lot of an advantage. We want to give them a little something, but we don't want them to really be able to completely dominate the server. So we do limit the amount of ammo that donors can get in a particular week or day or things like that. So don't worry, guys. If you want to play for free, you will still be totally fine. Just make yourself a boss faction and get started. We got some airstrikes over here, which I think are available to everyone. So I think this kind of balances out the whole like bazooka donut thing. Bazooka donut. bazooka for donors. You know, you get yourself some airstrikes. It'll drop TNT from the sky, I believe, and it's pretty cool. Of course, you can buy your diamonds and emeralds, things like that. And you might be wondering, if I buy 1 emerald for 300, but I can only sell it back for 30, how am I supposed to make any money on the server? And that is a very good point. And let me show you guys how. You can, of course, use those signs. You can harvest, you know, carrots, potatoes, things like that, and make yourself money that way. Or you guys can rent out one of these cubicles, because as you see, we have them all lined along. You can rent out one of these spaces. We grant you permission to edit your cube, like out to I think out 5 blocks or 4 blocks or something like that. And that means you can put down signs, you can put down decorations, fences, anything in your little cube area. The way you make money is you make trade signs, all right? So how a trade sign works, I'll do a tutorial video on it later, but essentially, you know, you set up a certain price for an item that you want to sell, and you load your items into the sign. That way when people like me walk by and say, oh man, cake, I really wanted some cake, you know, we can just kind of walk over and you right click the sign, boom, and it buys cake. And then Murex brand, since this is his sign, he's my, you know, fellow owner of the server, he'll come to his sign later, he'll right click it, and he'll get all that $12,000 because 3 people bought his cakes. I think he had 20 originally. You know, it's a really cool way to set it up, and this is kind of a boring, just plain old shop. But what you can do is decorate it. So I'm going to take you over to my shop right now. I've got a sign up right here, and it says buy goods cheaper here. I got a little bed for really no particular reason. It's just kind of to make it stand out more. Fences, torch. You got a couple items on the wall just to showcase what I'm selling here. I sell lapis, torches, and coal. You know, someone can come by, right click it, and then I collect my money later. And you can load up items. So I have 88 lapis in this sign. If I decided later that, you know, I no longer want to sell lapis, I break the sign and I get the sign as well as the lapis in my inventory. Another thing is, if like there's a sign over here, and this is how you basically you pay rent. So you contact someone who is on the staff of the server, and it's 5,000, and that's 30 days or 1 month of rent for your shop. So you would get permissions to edit the shop and do everything you want for that whole month. The only thing about this, guys, is let's say you buy your permissions on the 27th of the month, you have to pay again on the 1st. So I would recommend only starting your shops on the 1st, like, you know, few days of the month. So you get your shop, you set it up, and you make money. And it's only 5,000. So if you sell items, you sell some diamonds and stuff like that, you can make your money back pretty quick. So that's just a way of doing it. I'll do a whole video tutorial on that as well later, as more people start to join the server and wonder what the heck is going on. I don't know where it is. There it is. You guys can buy spawners. Okay, so you walk into this room over here. I think this is the, what corner is this? The east corner, the east side. You jump into the lava pit, and then you're in the spawner buying room. So you can buy a creeper spawner, you can buy a skeleton spawner, zombie spawner, all this cool stuff, as well as some of the regular animals spawners like chicken, sheep, cows, and pigs, and all that good stuff, as well as blaze, and of course iron golem spawner. I mean, this is the money maker right here. It is $1.5 million though, and you guys saw my balance was like 5,000. So it's gonna take some time for me to build it up. But we're gonna do different events, competitions, and things like that, where you guys can actually get in-game currency. And there are other methods of getting them besides just selling in the shops here. Whoops, my game just minimized. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and basically, I think that's kind of, I gave you guys a quick little glance at the server. I don't really know if there's a whole lot more to show right now. I think that's kind of a good little taste to get you guys going. But if you guys do want to join up, I'm going to put the IP on the screen right here in an annotation, or I'll just leave it down in the description below. Real simple. It's mc.landpartyny.com. So if you guys want to join up, feel free. It's going to be open 24/7. And of course, I will be live streaming it and making videos throughout the course of it. Let me just show you guys the F list right now, and I'll show you guys my F home as well, I guess. But we got about 8 factions on there right now. Slytherin has the most people in it. I think Sad Boys has 3 people in it. We already had some really crazy stuff go down. There was actually a whole bunch of battles, I think yesterday, and one of the most powerful people in the server got killed, and it was a great time. He got betrayed, so it was cool. But this is factions, yes. So anyway, we got our chests and all that cool stuff. This is our faction home. We're currently in the process of layering everything in obsidian, so it's going to take some time. But that's it. I just wanted to showcase everything to you guys and get this out there as a first video on the channel, and hopefully you guys consider joining the server. Once again, my name is Chris. You guys can find me at the live stream, twitch.tv/LANPartyNY. Again, link's going to be down in the description, and I appreciate you guys coming out. I will see you guys later. Peace.